It's a bag of dicks, bum bum. Also, okay.
We were trying
we were-
so hard to make that funny,
original.
But we didn't come off as either of those.
No.
We came off as unfunny, predictable.
Don't forget to smash that motherfucking like
Smash
button.
it, destroy it,
Destroy that
Hulk,
motherfucking
smash
like
that
button.
goddamn like button.
Make love to that like button.
Oh, Caden,
I'm getting sensual.
You ruined it.
What's bad with getting sensual?
I don't know.
you know what's bad about getting sensual? The sensual part.
So all of it?
Okay, don't do this. Not yet.
What were we just talking about? We were talking about
Movies that are cool to watch.
Some guy wanting to go see a movie with Houston, but then I remember
Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
Yeah. Dwayne The Rock Johnson wanted to see a movie with Houston
Yeah, of
because
course.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson, he loves the Marvel movies, but Houston he
enjoys
he's a
them.
fan. There's
enjoy
not his
the
favorite things.
Houston enjoys the Marvel movies.
Houston enjoys
but
the Marvel
Houston,
movies.
Houston doesn't overhype them.
Overhype
like
them,
a lot of the
and he
audience
doesn't-
does.
For a lack of better words, dick ride the movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Guys, we
And
should,
Dwayne
we should reveal their names.
Susan.
Off-brand
Susan and
Briar.
Tony.
Okay.
Susan
Anyway,
and Tony.
this same Dwayne guy, he wanted to go see Suicide Squad with me, which I eventually saw, but not with Dwayne, and I hated it. So I think that seeing it with Dwayne would have even made it a worse
Because
experience.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson is, of course, a huge Marvel dick rider. And,
Right.
so
And
it
also, The Office.
you just interrupted me, and how dare you?
How dare you?
We need to stop interrupting, guys.
Stop
The
interrupt.
Office is
We
in
need
the
to
Marvel
stop, we need to
universe,
stop
though. It's
interrupting,
relevant.
guys. You don't understand. We need to stop.
Steve
Katie,
Carell
we need to stop
is
interrupting.
Ant-Man.
We need to stop interrupting.
Well,
Oh my God.
was Paul Rudd in The Office?
I don't think so.
I don't
It
think so
seems
either.
like something you would
He-
cameo
he-
in.
He was,
he,
I know he for a
he-
fact he was in one. He was in a sitcom, I think.
He was in Parks and Rec for
Yeah.
a couple episodes.
What was his character? I do.
He played either the son or like a brother to one of the big companies that was in Pawnee.
Oh.
And he was the junior CEO or whatever.
But we did a podcast about cringy fan bases a little bit ago,
Right.
and this Dwayne The Rock Johnson character would have fallen into a lot of those cringy fan bases.
Right.
Fuck that guy, am I right? Am I right?
He's got some nice things about him.
Yeah, like Dwayne The Rock Johnson is a nice guy. He's
Well intended.
just- he intends to be nice sometimes,
Very good.
but he gets really
Wholesome
defensive.
person, tries not to swear. His heart is.
If he ever swears, it is under his breath, and before he does it, he double takes in every direction
I just
possible.
imagine that Dwayne The Rock Johnson is watching this and crying.
To clarify, we mean a person we actually know.
Not Dwayne The Rock.
Just we're not
no.
going to say their name.
No, I'm referring to Dwayne The Rock. Is that not who you guys were referring to?
Guys?
Because
That we're-
I know Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Thought we were doing David Hasselhoff.
Briar, if you don't stop.
Guys, but we should get Diego's opinion.
Diego, what do you think about quote unquote Dwayne The Rock Johnson? I mean, we already kind of.
Oh my God.
I was really already.
We're on a family podcast, Diego.
This is rated R for everyone. Skip a couple letters. There's an R in there.
Rated R for everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah, he's a well-meaning guy.
Right.
Oh, speaking of everyone, I love the new album Everyone by Intelligence.
Man, I wish I knew what you were talking about.
No, you don't, because it was really cringy.
The rapper Logic made an album called Everybody.
Yeah.
Which I thought was going to be called Africarian, but then he changed it last minute.
He made a song called Africarian on that album. So
Good
it's
enough.
okay.
He also made a song called Everybody on that album.
You know what? Maybe you should watch your mouth.
How? Take my fucking eyeballs out and turn them around? It's an Eminem lyric.
I know! God!
You didn't smirk or anything, you just kind of stared at me
I'm
blank face. Which is an album by Schoolboy Q.
Would you guys
Blank
like
face.
to describe this conglomerate of a snack that we're eating?
No, it's not interesting.
All right.
We should go for 20 minutes on that painting right there.
Yeah, that one. You guys see it?
Yeah. Look hard. Closely hard.
Hardly close.
Hardly look
Hardly
closer.
working to get further, try hard.
And do more to be more good.
Callers are waiting.
Cholera is waiting. to end your life.
Okay, so I think that we should talk about some things that we wish, like we hope to do at one point in our lives, like bucket list things.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Since you probably have something in mind, don't you?
I mean, yeah, I plan to go places, but I want to know more about like skills you plan to skills you want to acquire. Like, I don't know, like let's say you want, I don't know, learn how to play the banjo or something along those lines. Like you want to learn how to do something when you like before you die.
I'd want to ironically learn how to sing and play a really cringy song, just to screw with people. I just think that would be very fun. Or
Example. I mean,
I don't have one off the top of my head. Or be really good at a very good song, like just know a single instrument to play a very specific song, but never learn another song.
I know a few people like that that say they know the instrument, but they really only play one song.
Right.
It's kind of like you don't know the instrument, you know a song.
I would only want to learn that song, so just everybody's like very impressed in my talent, and they're like, play something else.
It's
Okay.
They're like the same song, but like a different part,
a different pitch.
Like 3 steps down the octave.
I would really want to learn how to make like gourmet, like good ass pasta.
Just pasta.
It looks like a lot of fun, like just rolling the dough and just
From
going through the
scratch?
whole process
Yeah.
of it, like
I've
making
done-
your own sauces and
I've done it before with.
yeah, I've
help.
done it, but like not like perfect. Yeah, I mean I've done it. But
I've done it with help. I couldn't ever
Yeah.
do it by myself because
Right.
I'm not that skilled.
all I know is that you get some dough and then you get some butter and you just start like doing things to it.
Kate, this is a family podcast.
Yeah, just start,
Just get in there.
get in the dough.
Rock that dough good.
All right. I guess one thing that I want to be able to learn or do by the time I die is I want to be able to say that I mastered the guitar.
Where you were going with that was very scary.
Yeah, me too.
Wait, what?
Okay, master the guitar. How so?
Because there's a saying that it takes 1,000 hours to. It's a pretty popular saying. It takes 1,000 hours to become truly good at what you do, but like that usually 1,000 hours if you practice like 1 hour a day would take years.
Yeah.
So it takes many years to be able to become good at it. Like say you know how like you're good at an instrument, but to master an instrument that would take so much more time. Like so I would just really like to be able to do things. I don't know. Like walk into a crowd of people and then just be like, you know, I'm better than all of you, and you all don't deserve to live because of my amazing status as a master guitarist.
Like Marty McFly in Back to the Future, where he's
You know
up on the
that
prom
new
stage.
sound that you're looking for?
You know that new sound? This is it.
Yeah. Wait, except he didn't make the song.
Okay, like you mean like to the point where as long as you've heard a song before, you can begin to play it. Like
Right.
nothing you have to look up the chords for.
No,
just
I feel like that could come with certain things, but like there are sometimes like with fingerstyle songs.
I'm just not sure
you
what
do have to-
mastering an instrument really would be considered. Like at what point does your skill be considered mastery of its a utensil?
You have nothing left. I guess that's impossible. There are very few things you don't know how to do, and you can play because there are chords in the guitar that are ridiculously hard to play, and that only certain people can do. Or like there are certain songs that only like. Have you ever seen Bohemian Rhapsody? Just the song by itself is a challenging song to play. But if you ever see a fingerstyle version of Bohemian Rhapsody, it is ridiculous.
It's because there's so many changes within
Yeah,
the song.
because there's no. Bryce told me this before. There is no constant flow on the song. Like there's no chorus, there's no repeats. It's just one constant.
That's how
movement.
the song "Paranoid Android" is by Radiohead. People always call it the rock version of Bohemian Rhapsody. There's no like.
What is Bohemian Rhapsody considered? I would have considered that as a rock song.
That's like a classic rock song.
Pop,
Okay.
pop rock. Yeah, but yeah. There's no
But,
chorus.
yeah.
There's a switch up like maybe every 2.5 minutes, pretty much.
It's a pretty long song, anyways.
It's
Yeah.
a cool way to make a song though, because
Yeah, I like it.
It's different.
I have 2 like songs that have beat changes on my new album, and it's a fun way to, because listening to a song, like sure, most songs don't have beat changes in them, but when they do, it just like you'll listen to it and then
it's like,
new
oh
version-
shit,
Yeah,
what's
it's-
happening?
Yeah,
But I guess like mastering an instrument, it's kind of selective because you could say you're master, but you can never be perfect at an instrument because
I
there's
mastered the kazoo because I really don't think there's a specific way to play a kazoo. I don't own a kazoo,
Blow.
but I'm pretty sure I've mastered it.
Never played it, but I'm the best at the
a
kazoo.
legit instrument. I feel like
A kazoo's a legit instrument.
I don't know about legit. It's an instrument. I don't know about legit.
yeah, it's like saying a recorder. Like I've seen some recorders. Recorders were introduced in Europe, I'm pretty sure, by a man who they made it like wooden and it actually sounded like a legit flute. But then what a doctor did is he decided that he wanted little kids to get into learning how to do instrument stuff. So he decided to mass produce it, and that's when it went really wrong. But there are some recorders that are actually pretty well made and do sound really like beautiful when played correctly. Because there's more than just like the normal like hot cross bunts, that kind of recorder. Like there are giant bass recorders. There are soprano recorders.
Is there a reason they're called recorders?
I actually don't know.
I think that's
They
a
were
weird-
probably invented before
They recorded and then they had to recreate.
there was no
them
such
and
thing
then
as like recording back then. I mean there was filming, but no such thing as like recording.
Also, that instrument has nothing to do with the action of recording.
Yeah.
So,
That's what I was getting
is playing a recorder recording?
at. Just like how when Janet does anything, she's a janitor.
Record me recording the recorder.
No. No, not yet.
About a quarter or.
Give me about a quart of motor oil while I record my record. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree. Do you guys want to talk about people in similar veins to Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
Like Jason
we
Statham or...
we complain about a lot of people on these. I want to get away from that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Let's be a bit positive.
Man, I really love Jason Statham.
I
positive.
feel like we call out a lot of people on this podcast.
Yeah, and we don't really go anywhere.
Yeah, and we should probably stop doing that. Make it entertaining, because if people don't know who we're
Yeah.
talking about, they wouldn't find entertainment in it.
Describing personal stories with those people, like if you don't say their name, which I know we have made that mistake of not doing, if you share a personal story with somebody that the audience doesn't know, that's okay. But yeah, just complaining about personality really doesn't provide anything.
You want to talk about favorite books? I don't think we've talked about that.
Yeah,
Like-
we have.
well-
Yeah,
well,
we-
we've totally talked about that. That was
During the
Have
first
we?
one, I think.
Oh
we did.
yeah, you're completely right.
great.
Wow.
We could talk about favorite songs. We haven't done that. Let's do that. Favorite
Okay.
songs.
Favorite songs.
Do we all have them?
Briar doesn't really like. I mean, he likes some songs, but he doesn't really listen to like music.
Okay, wait. Let's do favorite songs from like 3 different genres, though. Okay,
Okay.
so let's pick 3 main genres:
Rock,
rap, and
alternative. I don't know.
anything that isn't those 2.
Alternative.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know what would be described as alternative, so that really doesn't.
Anything that's not any of the main genres. It's not pop nor rock nor.
Or something that
rap.
you know that doesn't fit into rap or rock. Just put it in that one.
Okay.
That's probably not like the right way to do it, but that's how we're gonna do it.
Favorite rap song? I really like Words, Words, Words by Bo Burnham.
It's fun.
Also, Whoa, Whoa, Whoa by Watsky. That's a very fun one.
That is a fun one. It is. I think it is one of his better songs. I don't think it's his best song, but it is just a fun song to like.
Yeah.
If you just turn it on and you don't know the words, you can still have fun with it.
I wish there was like a version where there wasn't a chorus. I mean, the chorus is nice, but if it was just flowing rapping throughout the
I
entire
just
thing.
I just hate when songs get kids to sing choruses, like kid choirs. It just does not jive well with most songs.
Yeah, that's like crazy.
I don't understand what you mean.
Some choruses on songs will get like recordings of little kids to
Sing it.
to sing.
Oh,
Which I'm not sure if Whoa 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 is like grown girls doing
not
it.
A little, it's not. It's one grown woman singing it. It's not a choir.
Did they overlap the vocals?
No, it's just one person. I think you're thinking of something else.
I'm thinking
it
of Whoa, Whoa,
sounds
Whoa.
like several people.
Are you?
so
Is
I,
it?
I don't think you.
yeah,
It
Okay.
is definitely more.
they
than
may have
people.
edited the voice of a grown person.
Oh, I was
But
thinking
it
of,
definitely sounds like.
I was thinking about Two Drops to Diamond. Sorry.
No, we're talking
that wasn't even mentioned.
very different.
I know,
Song.
but it does have a similar type of chorus where it's a woman singing and she has the same type of singing like.
Yeah, no,
just
we're talking about Whoa
patterns
Whoa
and
Whoa,
things.
which I'm pretty sure are children.
Yeah.
There was a
Yeah, you're
No,
right.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
You're right.
there was a gorilla song.
Whoa,
Where the
whoa.
chorus was small children, singing, and I do think it sounds okay. It just detracts from like the song itself. Like
Yeah.
if that was its own thing, it could be nice, but
Yeah, I mean, most of the time, there's no point to have kids.
it actually sound. I think the sound of a children's chorus that are actually good at what they're
It can
doing.
sound nice, yeah.
Yeah,
No doubt about that.
It just has to fit, because sometimes it just doesn't fit.
Which is upsetting because I mean I'd be really impressed if a school chorus actually sounded like they do in these like well produced videos. I went to my little sister's school concert once and it was very disappointing.
Well, so is, okay, I'm in chorus for the high school, and it is, a lot of times it is very disappointing to hear songs, because there's always this one kid, I know I said I didn't want to start, like, complaining.
Make up a name.
Obviously, I'm not talking about names, like, I didn't want to complain, but there is this one kid, let's call him,
Jason Statham, that sings really loud, and he thinks he's good, but he's really not. And there's always that one kid in your like section, and they're always the loudest, and it's so obnoxious. No, the person Keaton just whispered to me, he's a tenor. I'm talking about for the bass section.
Yeah, I said 2 names, and I wanted you to pick one, because I didn't.
I didn't.
It's fine. We don't need to
Yeah, it's
decide
whatever.
those
It's
right
whatever.
now.
But anyway, favorite rock song now?
Some ACD song. Back in Black, probably.
Get jiggy with it. I don't.
It's the most rock song.
Or maybe Bohemian Rhapsody. Like, I don't know. I like
That's a
both
really
those
good-
songs.
I like that.
It's either something by Queen or something by AC/DC.
Your turn.
You didn't say alternative, did you?
I do
Oh, yeah.
not, but I mean, I don't know what. Just
Okay.
go on.
So my favorite like rap song. It's pretty hard for me, honestly. Probably either Stan or they're both gonna be Eminem songs because I think Eminem is really good, and I can't believe I'm drawing a prank. I can't believe I'm drawing a prank on this song, but I can't believe I'm drawing.
I don't know what that was.
I said prank. I said I was
Yeah,
like, that's not how you do it.
What did you intend to say?
I'm drawing a blank. Like,
Okay.
you can't
drawing
think of
a
anything.
blank
Okay.
on the name of the rap song by Eminem.
Just
So I'm
sing
going
me a
to,
lyric, because I'll probably know it.
I'm going to just like look at it real quick. So just give me 2 minutes. You can cut this out, Briar.
No, it's fine.
No, you're gonna cut it out.
No.
Okay.
We're gonna cut
Sing
it
for the
in.
moment. There we go.
Yeah.
Sing for the moment. That is.
Yeah.
I think that is definitely my favorite.
Those
song.
are my 2 favorites by him.
Yeah.
Also.
That is the. I think "Sing for the Moment" is a little bit higher than Stan, just because I don't know, it's relatable to me because I wasn't in the situation,
Right.
but I know someone who's in the situation, so it just I don't know it meant something to me.
And the situation being, like, I don't know, just explain.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It just basically my cousin is a lot like that, and he's someone who was like really close to me, like when I lived in Pennsylvania for a little bit. I grew up in Pennsylvania, and I went back there for like a year last year. Sorry, and just him and his situation. His dad left when he was really, really young, but it's weird because he had a daughter less than a year later, but stays around her. So he has nothing to do with his son, who is less than a year older than his than my other cousin.
Yeah.
And so it just makes him feel like garbage, like he wasn't good enough for him. So he has nothing to do with his father, and his mom got pregnant when she was 16, and she was jumping through relationships, and she was having a hard time. She had cancer for a little bit, so that was even harder for him. And so he lived with my grandmother for a while, and he was just like, it's amazing that he's not like a gangbanger or like someone terrible, because he was around some pretty terrible people, but then he got out of that situation, which I was pretty proud of him for. And so it just meant something to me, because I felt really bad for him at the moment, like when I first heard the song, basically.
All right. Rock song. You got one of those?
A favorite rock song. I have 2, like an older one and a newer one. I'd say my favorite newer rock song is probably Landmine by 3 Days Grace. And my favorite older rock song is how old? Like I don't know how old I consider old. Maybe like 80s, 90s, something like that. Probably Bohemian Rhapsody, honestly. And then alternative, my favorite alternative song would be Holding. See, I always get these two names mixed up. There's one by Mayday Parade and one by 21 Pilots. Is it Holding On to Me? Or no, it's Holding On to You. There you go. There's just like just one line or two lines in that song that are so fantastic. I love these lines so much. They go, lean with it, rock with it. When we gonna stop with it? Lyrics that mean nothing. We were gifted with thought. Is it time to move our feet to an introspective beat? And ain't the speakers that bump hearts, it's our hearts that make the beat. Like, it just means a lot to me. Like, it's just a really powerful kind of message.
And then your second favorite quote is, "It's okay."
Oh, I hate you
Nash.
so much. I
Tell me
hate
it's
Nash.
Do you wanna would you want to explain that, Caden? I feel like that's lost.
No, let's just leave
it's
it.
fine.
Okay.
Okay, well, favorite rap song, like I said, those two were my favorite Eminem songs, but it's a tie between Kendrick Lamar's Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst, and Stan by Eminem. But I think Stan comes out on top just because I've known that song since I was, like, 7.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, like, that song was the first, like, song with a story message that I could take away from it, like, and it wasn't too complicated to understand.
Because a lot of story-driven songs are always in like a musicals or something,
Right.
and that was really interesting how they had like a rap aspect to a storyline,
Yeah.
and it told a story that wasn't.
And that song sparked a new trend in a word stan. To call somebody a stan is an obsessive fan of any artist at this point. You can use it in any context. But
I feel bad for anybody named Stan.
That's pretty Stan.
it's pretty stanny of you.
And also Daniel.
Staniel.
Daniel.
I feel so
Staniel.
bad for anybody named Daniel when that was relevant.
Oh God, I feel bad for the kid Daniel. Although he did get a lifetime supply of Vans.
Which are gonna not be cool anymore in like
Which-
4 years.
It's weird because while I didn't find those videos funny, the reason they were funny was the guy behind the camera.
Yeah, like it was him. Like, it wasn't even just the way he was saying it. It was the way he said it. I thought he sounded a lot like Beast Boy from the original Teen Titans. He really did. Damn, Daniel.
But it was very unfunny, but the only funny thing to write from it was the guy behind the camera, but the guy behind the camera wasn't the person who got famous.
Yeah, he got no credit from it.
It was Daniel.
Daniel.
And then to stay on track, probably favorite rock song. See, Radiohead has this thing where they're mostly alternative, but I mean, most of their earlier stuff was considered rock. But they have a song called Reckoner, and then they have a song called Let Down. Those are my two favorites by them. I'm not sure which one I like more, but those are my favorite rock songs. And then alternative. Gorillaz, they're alternative, right?
Probably.
Yeah, alternative hip hop kind of.
Clint Eastwood, probably.
Yeah, I don't like a lot of Gorillaz songs. I like 3, and Clint Eastwood is one of them.
Most of them I don't like, but I would consider myself
They're just
a
so
fan.
unique. Like the thing that I look for in music is uniqueness. Or like if somebody has this thing that is so different than what anybody else is doing, and they do it really well, that's what I'm drawn towards. Really, whether it's their voice or their style of music.
Oh, that is one thing that gets me about 21 Pilots, because I'm a huge 21 Pilots fan, but they're so obsessed with being different that they'll choose something different,
And then they'll be so bad at it.
They'll be bad at it and won't try to perfect being different at it, and then they'll move on to the next thing that's trendy and new.
Yeah.
And then
They tried to do reggae, didn't they? Oh,
yeah, but they've been doing reggae since like forever. Like that's
yeah,
how
but
music-
their
and that was my
extent of reggae was using a ukulele and like some reggae
no
beats.
that
That's
was
about it.
that was from their new album Blurry Face. That was the worst album in my opinion.
Yeah.
My favorite album is Regional at Best, which isn't a reggae type. It is not quite like electronic, but it's also not like old school piano, because their first album was like a lot of piano and a lot of like depressing beats. But then their second album was kind of like upbeat with like a low, really like depressing message. I don't know. I felt it was kind of unique because no one else does that. Like people don't usually have like not interchanging, but like contrasting the vocals with the instrumental. Like they always like come together. Like Mad World, the lyrics are depressing, the music is depressing.
Right.
But things like I don't know, Scars to You. What was it? It's that one
You
song.
know you
Yeah, yeah.
just
Like
the
the
way you are.
vocals are upbeat and the instrumental's upbeat.
But but it's supposed to be like a meaningful track, which
It
you
is-
can't do meaningful and make a radio hit. No, sure, they're gonna be teens that like listen to the lyrics, but
As
are you
long
really
as-
listening to the lyrics?
As long as there's young teenage women, bad songs will become famous.
Well, that's just still generalized. Like there's
oh man, I completely believe in that generalization though. Like, I
it's not just like women that are excelling bad music. Like I mean, is that what you're saying?
I am subtly implying it. Of course, I don't 100% agree. Like, not all women, and of course, there's exceptions to every generalization. But I feel like that's how Justin Bieber got famous.
Right, but I mean,
That was like tween girls, like
Yeah.
12-year-olds.
That's what I mean when I say
12-year-olds have
girls.
terrible taste in music, no matter what.
right,
Who's that guy who made Stitches?
Shawn Mendes.
Yeah, I don't like that guy.
Shawn Mendes makes a lot of bad music, and it's a lot of teen girls that are obsessed with him. But teen girls are obsessed with attractiveness.
They're obsessed with whatever
and
is on
lovey,
the TV screens
like,
at that moment.
lovey songs.
Whatever is trendy and whatever can play. Because young female girls
Well,
have a
this-
lot of like I don't know, like emotion. They have a lot more emotions than men do.
Well, the song "Repeat Stuff" just sums it up pretty much. I mean, it's a perfect
Bo Burnham's repeat stuff.
summary of.
Repeat Stuff by Shawn Mendes.
Gross.
What if Shawn Mendes made like a song like as deep as Repeat Stuff, but we don't want to like it only because it's him?
Because it's him.
It's like it's
I'm-
so right.
I'm pretty close-minded about that kind of thing. Like, if I don't like a band, I'm like, no, it's a good song, but I don't like it because it's you.
Yeah.
I've done that same thing, and I feel bad about it
But
because it's such a superficial thing.
But at the same time, you're like, I can't go back on this decision.
Yeah.
I can't say I hate them and then like one of their songs. That's
Yeah.
weird. I'm weird.
Quirky. So fucking quirky.
I'm crazy.
Oh my god.
Buy me a drink. I'm quirky.
I'm a nerd.
I'm a little. Look at my glasses. I'm a nerd.
I am such a dork.
I dropped my baby. I'm a dork.
I'm so clumsy. I
It's
ran
crying.
over 3 children.
I accidentally mugged a guy on the way here.
Give me your money. I'm quirky. I need to go buy glasses with no lenses.
That's where I got these glasses from that guy.
Oh, I hate it when girls do that. It's basically a
They
girl
wear
thing.
glasses without
Yeah.
lenses. Oh, God.
But guys also have some pretty cringy trends too. Girls are just
Cargo shorts
more-
and Vans,
yeah,
I mean.
more open. Girls are more open about their cringy trends than guys are, because guys have
Women are like proud to
yeah,
say it.
but
Like,
guys have cringy trends that they know are cringy, but still like doing it. Yeah,
I do that all the time.
tell us about it.
Talk to us.
Wow.
I like Undertale porn.
Is that a thing?
Definitely. Don't even question
Don't
it.
ever ask about if there's a porn for that. There is
'Cause there
definitely
is.
a porn for
There-
that.
there-
Rule 32 or whatever it is.
34.
34.
33.
Alright, let's make it all of them. 31 through 8.
Rule 1 through infinity.
Welcome to your day.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm not even gonna start about that. I hated that. I don't think we talked about how cringy the what the fuck is 13 Reasons Why, that fan base. I don't think we talked about that. That fan base, and it had so much potential to be like a decent
A
show.
decent show, but then
And
they
it
took
was.
the
It was a
Decent show,
It
yeah.
wasn't terrible and it wasn't amazing, but
Right.
then the fans blew it up and made it to be like some. Oh my god! It
I-
means so much to me.
there can't be a series that is good.
It did make a
of
funny
these-
meme, though.
It did. They did make the Hannah Baker memes.
Yeah.
Well, and
Well,
also
well,
just
well,
welcome to your
yeah,
tape. Just say,
that's what I'm referring to.
I mean, at this point in life, it is bound to happen with any good series. Like,
Yeah.
the first time that I can remember it happening was with The Walking Dead. That
Yep.
was.
That's the first one
But
that I stopped watching.
It is possible to have a really great show with a lot of fans and just keep that momentum building with things like Breaking Bad and The Wire. I never
Just
saw
say-
Breaking
about-
Bad never got canceled.
never got
No,
bad.
which
no.
which he.
In my opinion, it got better.
I don't want to interrupt you.
I don't think I didn't. It's very popular. A lot of people. Actually, you know, I might have got canceled with people like Dwayne Johnson. Does he like that? I don't think I've ever
Like what?
heard him. Breaking Bad, Dwayne Johnson. You know.
Oh,
you know.
yeah,
He does. He does
I don't
not
think
watch
I've
the
ever. I
show.
don't think I've ever heard him talk about it.
I don't think
it
but
didn't-
it seems like something he would obsess
It
over.
didn't get canceled. It was they did the right thing, and I noticed that the shows do this thing where if it's popular, they don't know where to stop, and they'll just keep pumping out seasons. Like
Right.
shows like Dexter, that is a prime example of a show that got terrible because they just kept on pumping out season after season, making it worse and worse. But Breaking Bad did the amazing thing of
And they stopped at
knowing
5
when.
seasons.
Yeah, they knew when to stop. Like they're like, we made a great show, and we want to stop while we're ahead.
And then they
and-
wanted to
and-
continue it with Better Call Saul. Like,
yeah,
like they
as a
didn't
spin-off.
just stop.
Like as a
Yeah.
spin-off. Like it doesn't have anything to do with
Mhm.
Walter White. There are some references to certain things,
Right.
but this takes place from his point of view, the lawyer. And
Saw good man.
Are the events that happen in Breaking Bad also in Better Call Saul, but from his
yeah,
perspective?
there is a drug dealer in the first season. You know the drug.
What's his name? What's his name?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
It's like. Yeah, I know. I know it, but I'm just trying to think
It's
of his name.
the drug house that Walter White blew up.
Yeah.
in the first season.
No, it's not Ruko.
But he is in the first. I think it's like 1 through 5. He is a
Yeah.
major character. I think that's just through the entire first season.
Yeah.
He's a major character in the Better Call Saul. And this is before he got super famous.
I
doing
only
drugs and
watched
stuff.
season 1.
I
Better Call
never
Saul?
watched
Yeah.
any of it. You know, it sounds like a show I'd be interested in.
But one thing I really liked about it, I don't know if this was in Breaking Bad or if it was in Better Call Saul. I think it was in Better Call Saul, where it has nothing to do with anything, but I just really liked how it panned out. He was like, "Give me $1." They're about to kill him. He was like, "Give me $1," and they were like, "What? Why the fuck would we give you $1?" He's like, "Give me $1. If you give me $1, I am your paid attorney at law, and I cannot disclose any client information
right,
to
that's
anyone legally. I'm legally bound to keep all secrets from clientele information disclosed."
Yeah.
And it was so genius. I was like,
That's hilarious.
"Shit!"
Yeah.
And they gave him $1.
They do like lawyer schemes like in that show where they like jump out in front
Yeah.
of the car. They did that in the first season.
My favorite kind of prank. Jumping in front of somebody's car to get their insurance money.
Well, what was the one YouTuber that was famous for doing pranks and then
SoFlo?
everybody hated him?
Oh, the dude
Oh.
who grabbed the girl's butt and he got
Oh, Sam Pepper.
Sam Pepper.
Sam Pepper.
There you go.
He did the one where he tied his friend up and like pretended to kill his other friend.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah,
so
that was
dark. Oh my god.
It was a fake prank. It was obviously fake. Like there's no way he could have gotten away with that.
Right.
But
But
nobody
it's
would
just
think
like-
he was a good person
Yeah.
for doing that, whether
Right.
they believed it or not.
Even if it was fake, that's still.
Hey guys, Sam Pepper, I'm going to murder 12 orphans as a prank.
I'm going to jump in front of this guy's car, and guess what? I'm not going to survive.
We got Sam Pepper here. Okay, we just make like Sam Pepper, like.
Esque videos.
Yeah.
You look the most like.
I
You
have to shave off both sides of my hair and like
Yeah.
gel up my hair.
Yeah, and then lightly dye the tips.
Yeah.
He's one of those
Hey
people
guys, Sam Pepper here. I'm going to murder my cat. Prank. Oh, don't worry.
Dumb cat.
Don't worry, furry. Just a prank. Just a prank.
You know how cats sound.
As you're getting murdered.
they,
Bloody now.
they like it. Contrary to popular belief, cats get enjoyment out of being brutally stabbed 67 times.
I agree.
I might have told you guys about this, but I was working at the pool and we were getting bored, so we played 20 questions, and one of them was like, least favorite food. And I was like, I don't know. And then one of the other girls jumped in. She's like, you know, you actually have to try something 16 times before you know that you like it or not. And I'm like,
I think you're wrong.
if I try something once and I don't like it, I'm not going to eat it 15 more times just to confirm it.
It's not like bites. You have to.
You have
like,
to
eat the
eat
rest
that
of
meal,
it and then
yeah.
eat 15 more meals of
Yeah.
that.
Is
Just
that like a thing, like a wives' tale?
No.
Right. Well, I never heard it until right there, but
Oh, I think it has something to do with the fact that your taste buds do
mature and
mature,
grow.
and it's not like they die and new ones like regrow.
Yeah.
So if you
Oh,
drink
because it's
something-
over that time, so you can see it with new taste
So,
buds.
so
I get it.
if you drink something that you don't like, but you keep drinking it over and over again,
You-
you will eventually, I guess, start to become used to it.
Yeah.
I
which
guarantee.
isn't
I
good.
know for a fact that that's happened. That happened to me.
Yeah,
So there was
I
there was
understand
this.
why that would work, but
there
I
was
don't
this-
think I'd want to do that. Like if you're thinking about it, like why would you if you don't like something
Exactly. Why would you want
like
to
why
go?
would you want to keep doing it? Like just for the satisfaction of now I like it. I don't like it in the first place. I don't want to like make myself eat it 16 times.
One time I had to get a CAT scan, and so I couldn't eat 4 hours before because it would pump me full of drugs that could make me puke. And so afterwards, my mother got me this drink that I had never tried before. It's called Muscle Milk. This is not sponsored.
You don't have to clarify.
And it's got a lot of vitamins in it. And at first, I was disgusted. I thought it tasted awful. It's just purely because all the vitamins it has. After a couple more times, I tried it, and there was a solid 2 years where I was just drinking a whole lot of that. I don't drink it anymore, but they still have it at the local convenience store. And I still enjoy it, not nearly as much as I used to. But when I first tried it, I hated it.
That's how it was with Houston.
Yeah.
When he first tried me, he hated me. Then I attached him like a parasite onto a host, and he didn't have a choice.
You know those birds that hop onto rhinos and like eat the bugs off of?
Yeah.
That's what he was.
Symbiotic relationship.
Exactly. You know,
I actually
there's
think those are quite cool.
Yeah, that's really fascinating.
Because they don't eat it because they need it. Like both parties benefit. Like with sharks, there are certain fish that will eat like bacteria or dirty
I think you
things
mean
on
whales.
them.
That's that's a whale thing. Like
No,
it's not shark.
It can be some sharks. Some
Okay, it's usually
There
whales
are
because
some
they're bigger
sharks.
and they can't cleanse
Yeah.
themselves anyway.
yeah.
Well, I don't think any fish can cleanse
Okay,
themselves.
I understand, but they have a lot more surface area to get mucky.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I
Um,
feel like it just happens with any animal
Yeah.
like that.
There's this deep sea fish where the male will bite onto
That
the
is a lanternfish. What are they called? Like they have the
whatever. Yeah.
It's
they're-
called a
angler.
Angler.
anglerfish.
I almost called
Um,
it strangler.
but
It's
anyway.
a strangler fish.
It may or may not be them, but they will bite onto the to the female's like bottom
Yeah.
until they are attached, and then they will
Diffuse.
and then they will feed off of that, and then they will pump the female with semen, and that's how they mate.
Diffuse. Yeah,
Be-
that is
because
the anglerfish.
because they don't have like any
That is
reproductive
I
organs.
literally watched a video about this 2 days ago.
That is
Did you?
amazing, honestly. Can that be
I saw it on one of the.
can that be like
Planet
how humans
Earth things.
reproduce? Please, I want to eat out your insides and spit semen in your ass.
The males,
Whoa,
That's
whoa!
hot. That's hot.
There's a porn for that.
the males are 40 times smaller.
Yeah.
Than the females, and
Well,
yeah, they just latch onto their body.
That's kind of amazing.
And a female can have like up to 10, like more than one male just fused to their body. They don't leave. Once they get there, their nervous system's attached,
Mhm.
and they become one being. They don't.
Do they actually?
Yeah. They don't have like separate nervous systems. No thinking.
Do they? Does it look like they are attached to it? Or?
Yeah.
And
You
they
can
look nothing alike. Like honestly, you would think they're a different type of fish because they look so different.
Which is weird because in the animal kingdom, why is it always that the females are always the bigger and more like way more different than the
Because
males?
a lot
They're,
of times
they're more important to surviving.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, because they have to have the children and a lot of stuff. A lot of
One male can impregnate a lot of females. A single female cannot be impregnated several times at a time.
Yeah.
Well,
There's porn for that.
Okay, I'm
There's a
sure
porn
there's a
for that.
species that is like that, but
probably some
I don't know.
some bacteria. I don't know. Actually, I don't think
Probably
bacteria.
seahorse.
Yeah, I don't think.
I don't think they get
I think that
pregnant.
they just kind of
They're asexual.
multiply, and
Yeah,
I'm
they're
pretty sure that they just
asexual.
spread and
They
all that.
bud. They bud like SpongeBob.
Houston, look up some things to talk about.
I'm looking up anglerfish mating.
Oh, that works too.
Do it in incognito mode.
Oh, this is what it looks like.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what I'm looking at.
That kind of looks photoshopped from that one.
Probably. Oh, there's like something like this.
Pretty much. Yeah.
That's amazing, honestly.
Why is that so fascinating?
Because it attaches itself and it becomes one being. Can we do that, Caden?
We can, you want to attach to me?
I want you to
Tonight
attach
we
to
can
me.
do it tonight. We
How
have
long
time.
does the attaching period take?
Probably several weeks. Like
Yeah,
just
easily.
fusing.
Long enough.
If you put your mouth on my arm, in about a month, we will be
Hold
sharing
on, you're
the same
skipping a
blood.
step. He's got to inject semen.
No, you don't do that before. You inject,
Oh,
then
nice.
you attach. What are you doing? You still looking at
I'm
pictures?
just looking up anglerfish porn.
If I'm gonna be honest.
If I'm gonna be crazy, might as well do it in the safety of my
Wanna
own
be
home.
nerdy.
Like I'm quirky, I attach to other people. Wait, no, that is what quirky people do.
Nice.
Radical.
Islam.
Look up things to talk about, because we don't have any of those.
The weather.
It's nice down here.
It's very warm.
It's very warm weather in here. No, it's actually freezing.
Great.
This is amazing.
It's actually freezing in your room, Houston. Could you fix that?
No,
It
I
is,
can't.
the contrast between outside and his bedroom is so
You
fascinating.
need to fix it, because it is unhuman how cold it is.
She has a booty.
Wow.
I'm just looking up, apparently... Oh, here's the one I was looking for. It is a humanoid anglerfish, sexualized.
Oh, that's like a there's this Pokemon project where basically what they do is
This has nothing to do with anglerfish, it's just a girl getting fucked in the ass.
there is this like project these Japanese people had where they made a Pokemon ROM and they retextured every single Pokemon. So instead of the Pokemon, it was a little girl or a teenage girl or an adult woman dressed up as that Pokemon equivalent. So if it was an unevolved Pokemon,
Yeah.
it would be a little girl. It was weird and also like cool just to see like these as human. Obviously, a lot of them were sexualized, but it was just cool to see the like human equivalent.
Yeah.
And the clothes were not like so like forced. It looked
Yeah.
like they were wearing like, dresses and whatnot. I think some were male.
Brendan gave me some ideas. Okay, minimalism lifestyle.
What is it?
I don't even know what he means.
Living off of only
Very- very little.
Very little. Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen that like where there's like
Tiny
small,
house owners.
Tiny houses actually look really cool to me.
I
And
couldn't live in one.
I don't think I would be able
Hold
to.
on. I think this is a much better topic. Idea. This is the way he titled it. Idea Alpha Bravo. What makes humans human? Well, to answer that question, we're gonna have to go back in time.
Let's tell you if Vsauce
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are humans really humans?
What makes humans humans?
Probably emotion.
Well, honestly, to answer that question,
Yeah.
James.
And the ability to
Mirror.
What's
the
it called?
Mirror neurons.
no. What's it? We learned it in global studies
Empathy?
What are you talking
to
about?
to learn off of one another.
Mirror neurons.
No.
It's where like you can see somebody and then like that's also why we feel pain. Like
No, that was a word for it.
I have no clue.
Something learning.
Muscle memory.
Mr. Vori, help!
Memory glands.
Let me see this. Look up.
Mr.
This is gonna hurt me.
Can you
So
please
bad.
describe like in better detail because I might know what you're talking about.
It's where a human can see another human, see what they're doing better, and then apply it to themselves.
That is what I'm describing.
Well, there's another term for
I'm
it.
sure there's another term for it, but yeah, you just see somebody else doing something, and first of all, you can learn how to do something just by watching somebody, and that's also why you feel you feel phantom pain, like when you see another dude getting kicked in the nutsack.
Yeah.
Mirror touch synesthesia, which is a visual and tactile senses get tangled up. Humans can generally emphasize with others and imagine what a person is going through. If they witness someone experiencing physical pain, the pain is mirrored through their own sensation.
Yep.
Mirror neurons. I don't see mirror neurons anywhere.
Okay,
here.
I might have made up that second part. I didn't know it was mirror or something.
Yeah, neurons wouldn't make any sense because it has to do with your brain.
I think I got that from. I was watching a playthrough of that game Prey, which looks really fucking cool. Kid, where are you going?
gotta think of the term.
Do you have a cellular telephone? Do it.
It is recorded.
No, don't worry.
It's mirror touch synesthesia.
Something learning.
Self-other
I have no reason to
theories.
live.
Let's get off this topic. Move on.
Yeah, this is getting boring.
All right. What is another one of Brendan's topics?
No, what makes humans human? Or like, what makes them human?
Empathy, which is what he was describing.
Emotion, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's not what I was describing.
You said emotion. I said empathy. Empathy is a different
Oh.
thing. Empathy is the ability to like feel.
It's an
it.
emotion.
Empathy,
You can feel empathetic.
Yeah.
It's an
you-
emotion.
But it means other things than just that.
No, I'm pretty sure empathy is just feeling sorry for, like, having a mental, I don't know. I'm gonna look up the
Can we
definition
not
of
look
empathy.
up stuff? Can we
I'm going
like?
to, because I don't want to make false facts and accusations.
Obviously, we're not a reliable
They're alternative
source.
facts. They're still true. They're just not true.
Just being able to share the feelings of others.
I suppose animals can do that. Like, do you suppose if a dog sees another dog get injured, obviously, I mean, dogs would help each other.
I don't know.
But
Like
I don't
elephants,
think they would.
like don't.
If they care
unless,
for each other.
Unless I don't think so, because unless the animal is the, like, let's say it's the mother and her cubs. That is the only circumstance I can think of where an animal would help it's like it's kin. Like that's it.
Yeah, like
it's litter. Like that is it.
the elephants mourn.
But dogs and like cats can like imprint onto other things that
Yeah.
aren't theirs. Recently,
My
so
dog did it to my cat. I mean,
I have. Are you joking?
no.
Okay.
My dog treats
no,
my
no,
cat.
No.
as if it's-
It's not unbelievable. It just looked like you were trying your best to keep it.
No.
Whatever. I have a cat that cannot have children. She wasn't neutered or anything. She's just a genetic mutation. She has 8 toes.
I've seen it. I've seen
She
it.
cannot have children.
I've seen it.
However, we got a new cat. It was a stray. It was a very young kitten though, so it was fresh. It was not like beyond.
I understand.
Fresh puss.
Okay. And when we got that cat immediately started nursing off of Poopsie, my 8-toed cat. And she was lactating, and she wasn't pregnant, and not about to be pregnant or anything like that. It was just that he was a young kitten, and she was had the ability to nurture, and so she imprinted onto him. I don't know what, or he imprinted on her, which is also a topic in the Twilight movies.
I
Yeah,
feel
it
like
is.
when it comes down to it, most animals' responses to things are fight or flight, and if they feel like they can win a fight to save themselves, they will. But if they can't, they would probably save themselves over everything else. It's just a natural response of things.
And
I can think of some exceptions, like sometimes dogs, I've seen it happen, some dogs will save their owners over themselves, but sometimes they also won't. It's very, like, it has to do more with, I don't know,
I mean,
the difference.
sometimes they have to also come to the conclusion: can I stop this, or would I be wasting my life
Yeah.
in vain? Like, if a dog thinks that
I don't feel like a dog has that kind of thought process. I think that's more
I-
like, can I win? Can I not win?
And the whole statement of humans are humans because of emotions, it doesn't make sense because animals can
Yeah,
also
yeah.
feel a lot of emotions. Like,
Elephants can feel pain for their lost ones.
yeah, they mourn for like weeks
Mhm. Yeah.
whenever one died. Yeah.
it's a difficult thing to describe. Which, I mean, I think we'd have to have several like psychology.
We have
and-
languages. I mean, we have science. There's a lot of
Yeah,
things.
but they're animals that
Animals can
have their own.
communicate,
Yeah, they have
so-
their own form of communication that doesn't involve language. Humans just couldn't do it without like language. Like they couldn't communicate with.
and also we have
Language
Which is-
can be described as things like drawing a picture to describe something to another person. That is that's language
I
still.
understand we say sign language, but when I think of language, I mean specifically like vocal things. Like, very few animals can mimic words.
There are only a few, and all of them are birds.
Yeah.
And it's because they have, I don't know, they have
they
this.
have the special type.
They
of
have
voice.
the certain things, but they can only mimic words that they've heard over and over again, repeated constantly,
Right.
and they will eventually forget it, or because they can only carry like, I don't know, something like 12 words at once that they can remember and repeat, and they will replace words with other words sometimes, if it's not necessary, I guess.
You're really warm at night.
Great.
Why the fuck would you just say that?
I just thought of it, and I wanted to let you know.
Thank you.
I believe you told him last night too.
You probably didn't hear me.
I did hear you.
Did you?
You're like, Houston, how are you so warm with this fan on? I'm like, I'm a fucking
Girl, I make it work.
I'm a fucking superhero, boy, nigger.
What makes Brendan human?
That is a genuinely hard question to answer. Like, what does make a human human?
The fact that we can
We were
even
birthed
ask.
from other people that we consider
The fact that
humans.
like humans can even get to the point where they ask themselves why they're humans is
Yeah,
pretty
'cause
outstanding.
I think,
they-
therefore I am, that
They,
kind of
they,
thing.
Yeah.
they do think about things more deeply and
Introspectively.
and very introspectively to the point to where most animals, their entire purpose in life is to
not die.
Is to not die and to reproduce. That is
right.
it. That is their entire purpose, is to reproduce, get to that point in your life. But humans
we have
have these,
ambition,
like,
we have passions.
Yeah, we have things that some of us don't want to have kids. That is unheard of in like the animal.
Humans
in the animal
have
kingdom.
religion. Like they
They worship.
they were so
things.
lost that they made things to look for.
Well, they have intelligence, and which is something that some like animals do have intelligence, but humans are far and away the most intelligent creatures on the planet.
Right.
And religion could also like imply like us make like getting context from things. Like it's a bit of a leap to assume there's a god in the sky because it rains. However, they needed an explanation for that,
because
so they took context. They got to think something's doing that.
It's,
And
and they
there's
didn't know how
something
weather works.
They cannot, like, they can't physically understand it. So they, like, it must be something out of our control, like I don't know, like the rain god is doing.
Right.
That's the
Yeah.
easiest way to describe it because they didn't have science back then.
Right.
Do you need to leave for a second? You can do that.
Can you cut it off, or here I need to go tell them to shut up.
Okay.
Just cut
Yes.
it off. Cut it off right
Cut it
before.
right here.
No, cut it off right before I said, cut it off.
Okay.
I'll be right back because they're being loud.
This doesn't have to be in the podcast, but chimpanzees, people say that like we are the closest descendants to apes and stuff. They also have that learning thing where they can see one of their other things doing. They can use tools like
Wait,
in
hold that thought. Right, ready?
2001 A Space Odyssey.
Wait. I'm at that point. Ready? 3, 2.
Odyssey. They were.
We cut it off because Houston had to tell people.
Do you want me
shut
to
up.
repeat what I said? I mean,
I was gonna say something after Houston, and you kind of
mine's probably more better. Don't worry.
More better.
More better.
more better, faster, stronger.
Yeah, but I was telling
love
Briar.
Kanye West.
I was telling Briar that like we are the closest descendants to apes and chimpanzees in that category.
Chimpanzees.
Yeah, but we also shave them. Oh, we also share much of our DNA with bananas.
Yeah, but still, there's
It's
a
true.
resemblance, you know. But
Yeah.
no. I was gonna go
because
into it.
okay.
that's like it's kind of like we share common ancestors with apes. Like
Right.
they were kind of cousins in a way. Our ancestors were closely related to the ancestors of apes, but we evolved in a completely different way than what
Right.
they evolved into. It's kind of like we branched off into different things. We found our different callings.
One thing I remember from middle school, it was one of the science teachers telling us, I believe it was the older one, and he told us that one thing that humans can do that a lot, like all other animals can do, is that we can look into the future. Other animals can't do that. They think about what's in front of them.
Because they have to.
Yeah. And they're more based on reaction, where we can proaction, is that a thing?
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
we can be proactive. That's the thing.
What are you
Like
trying to say? Like talk about.
like we can
proactive?
prepare for things. Animals don't.
Proactive wouldn't be the correct use.
I don't
They can
know. I'm trying to
Animals prepare
trying
for
to-
things that they need to.
I'm trying to like make a contrast between like reactive and
There's
proactive.
no other active.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to make something.
Proactive is
But-
it's just a nice way to get rid of acne. I mean,
Yeah.
Proactive is doing something like I don't know.
But
Proactively.
we think about the future, and we prepare for storms. Animals build shelters,
Yeah.
but they can't build like storm houses. They can't do that.
They also don't have the physical ability to though.
Yeah.
I do understand that, but
Opposable thumbs.
but I mean, the mental capability is also not there as well. So
Well, they are not also. They are completely
How
nomadic.
can the mental thing go forward when the physical stops at a certain
yeah,
point? You
and
know?
so because of evolution, like something as useless as like knowing to do that, but having the inability to, that would be completely wiped out because it's useless information if
It's a
you
good
can't
topic.
physically do it.
It's a good topic.
I kind of feel like there are some things that animals don't do. I don't know where I'm going with this, honestly. I just kind of want to cut off from where I started and where I'm going right now. I don't know where I was
Just
going
keep
with
talking,
that.
no one cares.
There was something that I was trying to say, but I got caught up in what you were saying and I forgot. Shut the fuck up, Briar.
You're
disgusting. Do you know that?
Pig.
You're a fucking pig. Oinky oinky.
How's your show actor?
You're so proactive.
Do you want to get up? What are you doing?
Shutting up.
I'm gonna make
wipe
fun
all
of
the
you 'cause
crumbs off.
Alright, so
If we really want to talk about evolution, we can't skip Pikachu. He evolves into Raichu.
what does Raichu evolve into?
Isn't there one before Pikachu?
There's Pichu.
It's Pikachu.
Pichu.
But Pikachu is
Machu
still a
Picchu.
basic Pokemon. Pikachu is still a basic Pokemon.
Though there is a.
Yeah,
It's like
it
know,
is.
They're baby
you know
Pokemon
what it
are
is?
different. From,
Yeah.
It's like having a movie and then making a prequel to it. That's what Pikachu and
mhm.
Pichu are.
Yeah.
That's the
There was-
prequel.
There was. It's like
It's a
Far
series of
away. Let me get over.
it's like having the original two were like Pikachu and Raichu, but then after those two properties, they're like, we need to make babies. Fuck you guys. We have priorities. Pichu, nigga.
If you look at Pokemon cards before Pichu was made, Pikachu is still. It's called a basic Pokemon.
I didn't actually want to get into.
I'm fine. I like this topic. It's something I know
don't.
about.
I mean,
I think it's.
I was
it's
just
a, it's a
joking
nice
because
way.
it's right there. Is that a Pikachu? I can't tell.
Yes.
Yeah.
That. What we've held it. What is?
I don't know. I don't know what Pichu
That
looks
is
like.
a Pikachu.
I don't know what the smaller one looks
Shut
like.
up.
Shut up.
Only true fans
get that one.
I don't even know what
I
that
didn't get
means.
it.
It's good, not a true fan.
You're not a true fan, man.
It's gotta
You don't
be-
watch the show. Great, so I guess we're done.
Whoops! I can see your dick outline.
Oh, you spilled your pee onto your pants. What if you don't pee your pants, but you spill the pee that you have onto your? Is that considered peeing your pants?
It's on your pee on your
That,
pants.
that's like the same thing as having sex with your clone as a masturbation.
Oh, loud noise.
What makes humans human?
Do you guys?
I guess it's the ability to feel, react, and plan.
Yep.
No, those are all wrong because all animals.
All
can
animals
do
can do. Okay.
And move.
Let's like try to summarize it as best as we can. Humans are humans because we can adapt. Animals
Because-
adapt.
Because we
think-
have the evolutionary properties that make us us. We have all the past experiences, but we have evolved into higher creatures that use intelligence over the physical ability to have to do things. We use our brains instead of our fists and bodies more than everything else, which is more than most animals can say for themselves. They plan for right now and what's going on right now more than anything because they have to find out, they have to get through the day before they can get through the year.
I
Bam!
thought the best explanation that we had was, we are humans because we ponder why are we humans. Like
I like that.
Kane said that. I don't know
Yeah.
if you got it from anything, but
No, I did.
I truly think that that's a good explanation. Other creatures don't ask, why am I this creature?
Yeah, they only ask, where the hell did my little tiny
Where's,
tiger go?
when is
How
my
do you know?
next meal? That is
Yeah.
what they
How
ask.
do you know? How do you know?
We don't know because they can't convey it.
Like,
But
that
at the
makes
same
us-
time,
how
because
do
they
you know
can't
if-
convey it, why would they even have that knowledge?
Yeah.
If they can't convey it, why would
The
exactly.
knowledge is useless, and it would be killed out evolutionarily. It
But
wouldn't.
how would that be killed out evolutionary? You can't kill out consciousness.
But-
Con-
but
You
consciousness-
can kill out wanting to think.
It's redundancy.
You can't.
The body gets rid of redundancy. After so many years.
The ability to think, like you have the little voice in your head that tells you what to do, like not tells you what to do, but like you can think words
Yeah.
and not say them. That is, I guess, is that your conscious or is that? I don't know how you would describe that. It's just everyone has it. How can we say that other creatures don't have it? Just because they don't have the physical ability to communicate it with you doesn't mean they can't communicate it with others. Doesn't mean they can't communicate it in some different
But
way
there's
that
been
we can't understand.
there's been studies like people have studied
There's
like
no way
animals
to
that
there's no way to
communicate
study
through.
consciousness. There's no way to study consciousness.
Yeah.
They can do brainwave activity, but that
But
doesn't
they
give you
can't
what they-
understand what that means.
That doesn't give you like everything. Like it doesn't give you like what they think.
They can't analyze the information that they get from those
Yeah.
brainwave studies. They can't make concrete like this
These-
means
yeah.
this because it's electrical signals that could
Mean
be
anything.
Yeah.
It could just mean like you're scared or you don't know what you're doing. Like
Right.
those are just common things that like most creatures feel.
I think what they do is they kind of go based on our brain because our brains are similar to other animals' brains
Yeah.
of varying sizes, and so we look at the location of those electrical pulses, and then we determine based on what those locations are in our
What
brain.
they do.
Yeah. But we can never get like a 100%. This means they're hungry, or this means fuck my life.
Yeah.
Do you
I
think
wanna
that-
commit suicide.
KYS.
Do you
By
think
the
that
way,
at
humans-
a point we could get to a part where we could tell what things are thinking?
I feel like it is one of the most impossible things you could do because there's no way to study exactly what someone thinks. Human like telepathy, like being able to read someone else's mind, is completely impossible. It's kind of like time travel.
Bullshit.
Time travel is impossible because if it ever existed, then it always existed.
Right.
So it's one of those things that I don't think could be possible because you can't see into someone else's mind. Like that is not something that you can physically do.
One thing I hear from a lot of scientists, and I can't like back up or like agree or disagree with this, only because I have not done any research on it. But
Yeah.
the fourth dimension, so we have 1 through 3 dimensions. The fourth dimension is time, and the 1 through 3 dimensions they can be manipulated. We can make 3D objects or
Well, I
2D
feel like
objects, but can we make a 4-dimensional object, one that goes through time?
Defies time
It-
and
Well,
It's-
it is 4-dimensional even time, because that's like trying to describe to a blind person what color is. You can't.
It's impossible.
you can't describe to us what it's
you
like. to
can
be
describe
4th-dimensional.
what a color makes you feel.
I actually watched a video that was how to describe a being that can only see in 2 dimensions. How to describe 3D, or like how they
It's
would
like
be able to see
2
3D.
dimensions, but all
But-
over the place.
No.
Is
What
that no? Okay.
Okay, I'm not sure what you mean by that, but allow me to explain what I was going to say.
Go ahead.
A 2-dimensional being could see a 3D object by seeing layers of it. So, let's say a 2-dimensional being. I watched a video about this. I am upset that I can't credit the creator, but it was a very like intriguing, mind-boggling video. Basically, you have these 2D creatures that can see depth. So, the closer it was, the darker it was, or the lighter it was. And so you can see depth of a creature, and you can kind of make out the shape, like based on which way they're turned. They have a single eye at the front, and they can see so they have this. When I say 1 dimension, it's going this way and not like it's going horizontal and not vertical. And so they see these other beings before them, of the same species, and the way they could see 3D is by seeing scans of a 3D object through that 2-dimensional line. So like you see each basically like the way a 3D printer like makes its layers, they can see each layer of a 3D object.
Yeah.
And then like imagine what that would
What it
look
would
like.
look all together.
And that is basically like us looking into the 4th dimension. We can only see layers of it,
Right.
which is so incredibly difficult to imagine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, okay, so one dimension is horizontal line.
It's just a
It could be
line.
vertical. It's just a line.
It's just
A line. Okay. No, like,
It's a line with infinite points.
okay. Makes sense. But then, say you take this line, and then you get a metaphorical bird's eye view on it. Would it still be this skinny straight line, or would it stretch forever? You know, like, there's that whole aspect to it.
I mean, imagine it as like a 1-dimensional universe. Like
Well, that's like us looking at a piece of paper, like a 2-dimensional object. If we were in that 2-dimensional
Yeah,
object
okay, so
idea, we would just see like that way, and it would just be a bunch of lines.
So like this is one dimensional, but imagine like turning it this way, like it's flat. That there's a lot of open space to it. Like there's things like that to think about.
You just did that and described it to Briar, but no one who was listening to the podcast just
I didn't understand it, and I was looking at his gestures.
Give me.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I mean,
it is lost on me.
So
and
we
the
have
audience.
this flat sheet of paper, and we are holding it as if it is like to you, and it's just a
All
big
that you
flat
can
line.
see is
just a
the
line.
flat line.
But if you were to hold it vertical
way.
up, it becomes a 2-dimensional object, and if you fold it like this, it's a circle. Whoa!
And if you put a pencil through it, you broke the space-time continuum.
Well, okay, so like if you look at a 1-dimensional line, so the side of that paper, and then you turn it, it can become a 2-dimensional shape. So could we say if you looked at a 3-dimensional object from a certain way, could it be a 4th-dimensional
Well,
object?
see that because
Like,
you can look
it's-
at a
oh my
3D
God, I have
object.
no clue what I'm talking about. It sounds like it makes sense.
You can
but
look.
I have no
Okay,
clue.
so here's a 3D object. Does looking at it from this angle change it?
Well, we wouldn't be able to tell because our perception is 3 dimensions. It's actually 2 dimensions, but
Actually,
we can see
it is.
depth
It
with
is
2
anything between 1 and 3 dimensions.
What's 0 to
I see 6th dimensions actually.
Because, I mean, we actually see 2 dimensions. It's
Is-
just we have depth with 2 eyes.
Our
What if
gases
God is
and
4th dimension?
like okay, so what dimensions are gases and vapors and air? Like what would those be classified as?
Those are 3rd dimension. They take up volume. Volume is 3rd dimension.
Okay.
A fluid takes up...
I got a B in science.
This
don't
was
I?
an upsetting question.
It really upsets me because this year, not this year, but this semester I got a B in science. So I have an A overall in science, but it still upset me that I got a B this semester in science.
Did you ask him for?
I asked him for,
But it was unnecessary.
But he said it didn't matter because at the end of the year I was gonna get an A anyways.
Yeah.
But it still upset me because I was less than a point away from getting an A on all 4 quarters, and it just
Yeah.
kind of upset me a little bit.
You guys think we're at a wrapping up point?
Let's
I'd say
check the time.
we've left a lot of confusing questions for the viewers.
Let's leave at least a couple more, but just not go in depth.
Do dogs have brains?
Do they?
You guys know that video?
No.
Oh.
Do shapes have emotions? Do shapes have emotions?
Do plants actually feel?
No,
let's ask
we're not gonna ponder.
Let's ask a question that makes no sense, but let's try to see.
Do pencil shavings have feelings?
Do pencil? We don't know. We do know, but we don't. I mean, they don't have brains. They don't have.
They don't have nervous system.
They don't have a nervous
does sentience make emotion, or does emotions make sentience?
What came first?
That makes no sense.
What? I know that
it could make sense because emotions can make something sentient.
I understand.
But if something is sentient, does it have emotion? Because
But- know what that means.
How can you describe
What?
sentience?
Tell me what sentient.
anything that has logical thought process.
That can think about itself.
Yeah, that has
living things,
a logical
like, not
awareness
think,
of it,
but-
of itself and its surroundings. Like
So-
plants, from what we know, they are not sentient because they just kind of exist. They're kind of like I am alive, but
They're more like machines than they are like
Yeah.
beings.
but they are alive. They are alive,
Yeah.
but they just cannot. They cannot physically react to anything besides
Machines,
what
like-
nature like makes them do.
Allows them.
It's kind of like you can't tell your heart to pump. It does it automatically. It's kind of like your organs on the inside,
Yeah.
basically.
I think the comparison between plants and
Well, you
machines
can
is
make
very
your-
accurate.
No,
because
because machines aren't
they're
alive.
they're designed, but they're designed to do one thing, and they can be really good at doing their thing. I'm not saying
Yeah,
plants.
they're
And
are
first of
designed
all,
that way.
alive.
you say that we don't make our heart pump, but we do when we breathe. Like if we stop breathing, the heart will slow down and decrease.
Yes, that does, but we don't tell our body to be alive. Our body just is alive.
Right.
We don't put it at a tempo. Our heart reacts to whatever
Yeah,
we're
we
doing.
don't physically make it pump. Like we don't think about it pumping. It just pumps.
Right.
From us being alive, and us being alive is because
I
it
get
pumps. It's crazy, man.
Okay. We'll end this on one question.
Do we have to end it? I think we're going further.
I think I'm ready to.
Do guitars have strings, or do strings have guitars?
Okay,
Okay,
first
there
the
we go.
bitch or the